Stimmt, die Bakery. No trip to Heimdallr would be complete without a stop at his Excellence's Bakery. I wrote the guide. What is this Excellence Bakery? Okay, humans die if they do go too long without food, don't they? That sounds very inconvenient. We do, but we don't eat just to survive. We do it because it's fun. Food is an art. How is it an art? You're confusing me. Maybe it's just one of those things that goes over a doll's head. Kann sie überhaupt was essen? Barkeep, one bread mishy and a drink. I'm not a barkeeper, but you got it. Would you like to here to go? For here, please. To where else can Miss Reverie soul go to find solace from the cruel bustle of city life than this here boulangerie? I'm honored you like it here so much, miss. What did all the stuff you said mean? Nothing, I've just always wanted to say something cool like that. What's up? Nothing. Ich will auch was. Wonderbite? As a cutting-edge Rosenberg doll, I can convert septium into energy. I have no need for food. Okay then. You sure you don't want a bite? I really want one. Nom. What do you think? I'm not familiar with what tastes go with what words, but this is really good. Success. So you got taste buds? I suppose I do. Even I didn't realize I had them. Rosenberg technically can't be beat. And now that I know, I want to have some more. Let's go get some food in you then, in order variety of so you can try different flavors. Yeah. I can't believe you tore through the whole menu. You must have a portal for a stomach. I think I understand what you mean before, Nadia. Eating food is an art. You may not understand as well as you think. Well, let's pay the bill and move on to the next place, okay? Bist du nicht pleite jetzt dann, oder wie viel Kohle hast du bekommen? Tour the Garnier District.
Should probably head to our next stop, the Garnier District. But I want to eat more bread. Don't sweat it. There's plenty more treats to be tried for your bottomless stomach.
Mama, shop, buy. Orange Juicy Blend Coffee. Was? Boah, 6000 Restores? Ja. Ah, was mache ich denn? Ja, jetzt. Herschel's Shop. Herschel. Das ist doch von der Tova. Looks like they're hiking up the Texas big time in Lamar. Might just have to drop our order down to 8 boxes from now on. Confident penciling. Look at it goes, it's a real pro right there. Oh my, how could I have missed such adorable customers? I have to import stocks from other regions to fulfill requests, but the situation as it stands now has made it difficult. It's just not money problems on my mind either. My niche is over in Crossbell. How can I not be stressed? It just does nothing to help the situation, so I can do is believe and take care of what is in my purview. Purview? Ach, keine Ahnung. You're both just the cutest little things. Are you running an errand? You ask me if there's anything you need, okay? Yes, ma'am. I shall happily request your assistance. Schön, wenn man so lange gesagt wieder reinkommt. Klar wäre es auch geil, wenn wir ein Crossbell das hätten, aber wie gesagt, da ist so viel zum Lesen und so, das kann ich einfach nicht als Let's Play bringen. Und ohne Lesen finde ich es irgendwie nicht dasselbe. Weil ich würde eigentlich hier nur stumm dort hocken und die Sachen vor mich hin lesen, während keiner von euch eigentlich irgendwas davon abkriegt. Der eine oder andere wird wahrscheinlich sagen, ja, egal. Aber wenn du halt 4 oder 5 Spiele spielst, die wohl insgesamt wahrscheinlich über 200 Stunden geht. So, as the same soldiers were aware after that case, so the Imperial Army and so on and says. Suspected we would find them here. Finished transporting all the goods to the destination? Indeed, preparations are now complete. What happened now hangs on the effort of you and your comrades tomorrow. You've got nothing to worry about there. We're not just gonna roll over and let our division cease to exist. Van Dyke and Regnitz are going to pay dearly for their cowardice. The Supreme Leader is looking forward to seeing what you can. War der mal der Rufus? We restore the Empire to its former glory and crush the loathsome Republic once and for all. Should we strike now? No, there seem to be rather a lot of them. We wouldn't want our real target slipping away in the enduring battle either. I have some more suitable candidates in mind to take care of this. Aha, Rean seine Leute. Heimdallr, Garnier District. Oh, ob wir die Viva sehen? Nee, Vita? Vita war's. Hey, what's next? What are we going to eat now? Besides, when did the boss tell us to go on some gourmet tour across the city? Can't we? I can tell you don't care much about gathering intelligence anyway. Let's leave the real work to them so we can have fun. Now you're speaking my language. But if we try something at every spot, I'm gonna go broke as a joke. Oh well, I just can make reimburse me, call it a business expense. So let's make it happen, LP. We'll hit the town and stuff ourselves with good eats from one corner to the other. Read the guidebook so it leads the way to the best spots and hit up. Yeah, food time. Oh verdammt, wir haben hier eine Süchtige.
Oh, people talk up this opera house a ton. Wanna see what's up, LP? I don't smell anything coming from there, so no. On to the next spot. So it's food or nothing, huh?
Wie geil. Ich kann davon nichts Gutes riechen, scheiß drauf.
Wow, all the jewelry here is so sparkly. Wonder how much I'd have to wear S down to buy me one of these bad boys.
Nein, das wollte ich gerade wissen. Shop. Shattered Tiara. Boah, Deep Orca. Evergreen. Evergreen war doch gut, oder? Ausweichen 25%, Prevent Sleep, Nightmare und Confuse. Prevents Deathblow, Delay and Vanish. Boah ja, aber die sind halt teuer wie Sau, ey. When it's a building over there, can you even imagine how much mirror must be cost to build? Don't care about some big old building, can we keep following the guidebook and look for more yummy food, please? Und wir können gar nicht rein, Alter, ich wollte die Vita sehen. Come on, yeah, let's eat already. Don't worry, I got you. 2 chocolate banana crabs, please. Got it, 2 specials coming right up. If you give me a few minutes, ladies, I whip you up a couple of crabs that'll all knock your socks off. Yay! I guess it takes a minute cause it's a special. Walk around a little more to kill time? Can we? That sounds great. The story has been locked for now. With certain conditions in order to continue. Was? Nee, warte mal, wie geht es? So, nee. Nee. Ach Gott, es ist das Ding nach rechts. Wait under the crabs are ready. Also setzlos, die rennen ja alle wie die Verrückten. Nein, ich hab einen Highspeed-Motor.
Finally here.
Oh. Ich denke mal schon, warum brennen die alle so? Ah, okay, so war der Highspeed-Modus. Wir fahren.
Damn, is it 10 already?
Sure is. Heimdall's pretty far from Ymir.
Our next target shall be the muck and mire that gathers in the Vermilion City.
The Vermilion City C mentioned can only be Heimdallr. But the capital is gigantic. We're going to need some way to narrow our search radius.
If you ask me, the racecourse in the Garnier district seems suspicious.
Do they now?
I know. I'll save having fun till our work's done.
I'd be happy to take you anywhere you like once we've ensured Prince Olivert is safe. As long as it's not the kind of shady businesses I know you want to go to.
I got you. Can't very well go to him in uniform.
That's not the problem here, Ash.
We can go for dessert though, right?
Of course. It'll be on me even. Just focus on the investigation first. Let's start with Lady Arie, since she's agreed to speak with us.
To the training hall in the Leica district we go then.
Wo sind die anderen? Familien Mack and Meyer. Dann hat sie die absichtlich dahergelockt, ne? Er weiß scheinbar mehr über diese ganze Situation als mir. Er ist nicht zufällig Prince Oliver. Nein, ich will es nicht wissen. Wenn das einer schreibt, den ich glaube, ich hau ihn um. Nee, eigentlich nicht, aber... Ich meine, ich weiß nicht mehr, wo ihr seid. Weil das ist auch so ein Gedanke von mir, aber der Oliver ist ja eigentlich kein Schwertkämpfer. Aber die Kohle hätte er dazu, ne? Es müsste schon jemand sein, der wohl einen Haufen Kohle hat. Egal. The morning after learning from Major Claire of Crossbell occupation, we set about discussing how we should act. Well, contact with all the members of Class 7 that we could to inform them of the situation. First there was the matter of Crossbell itself. We knew from the mayor intel that it was under the control of the former Governor General and his Ibon Defense Force. Anxiety? Ach, keine Ahnung. Was the region's welfare ground at us, but as I had been isolated from the outside world, we had no way to learn more. Indeed, there was little we could do in that front for the time being. Then there was the matter of the search for Prince Oliver and his wife. Whereabouts remain unknown. Furthermore, the round of 7 system we had used to stay in touch over long distance relied on an artifact stored in the Courageous 2. And with the airship stolen, that method of communication was lost to us. Our only clue then was a message sent by the, to the Intelligence Division by sea. Vague as it was, the information was undoubtedly our best lead in unraveling the mystery of the prince's disappearance. With hope on the horizon, we set about dividing ourselves into several groups. Major Claire and Yuna agreed to head east to get a handle on the situation in Crossbell. Meanwhile, Lord Matthäus and Kurt would head west and rendezvous with the students of the Vendor School. Musa volunteered to return to the branch campus to meet up with the principal and her fellow students, as well as seek of help from the other sources. The other would all find his way to place to the strange in aiding our course. Meanwhile, I was to bring Altina and Ash with me to Heimdallr to follow the trail left to use by sea message.
That is basically our situation as it stands. His Excellency also asked us to tell you that he hopes you'll be able to look after the hall in his extended absence.
Thank you for updating me on everything going on.
Ah, Aurea Venda.
It's the least we could do. Your husband did a lot for us.
More like put us through the goddamn ringer.
All while shrugging off our attacks like we were nothing more than a bunch of buzzing mosquitoes. He sent Kurt flying off a cliff, too.
I do hope he didn't leave you with any lasting trauma.
Nicht wahr?
Still, his is a measured hand. If he came at you that fiercely, he trusted you could handle it. I hope you can understand that he only did what he did because he saw potential in all of you.
We do, don't worry. Yeah, I couldn't tell he wasn't acting with any ill will. If anything, I'm the one with a reputation for being a stern disciplinary around here. Based on how often I see my students quake on their knees, I wager they fear me more than my husband. Schlimme Familie, Mann. We caught wind of what when we were here for one of our field exercises. Kurt's got some monster parents surprising the guy in a half Tomartian or something. In the time I spent with him, it was clear there was much more to him than his stern presence on the battlefield. He was kind enough to share some wisdom with me too. Was he now? He is a man of few words, so it is very unusual. Can't picture that happening at all. Same here. Please don't speak rudely about the man in front of his wife, you two. Oh, I'm very appreciate their honesty. Still, I'm glad to see that you all seem even more united as a class than you did when you were last here. Continue to look after my Kurt, won't you? Of course. We wouldn't even What even if we're weren't asked to? If he wants help getting into the good kind of trouble, I'm his guy. I'm getting back to why we're here. Has anything out of the ordinary happened in the capital recently? The students who were here have split up across the Republic to search for information on Prince Oliver's whereabouts. As such, I'm not as well informed on the situation here in Heimdallr as I would be. But there is one thing I feel is worth mentioning. What is that? Fisa thought there are more people coming and going than there should be. Especially given how there are no festivals or celebrations here around this time of year. Making the capital feel more restless than usual. Differently from how I did it during the summer festival. I thought there's something stagnant in the air. I'll be glad to not have to deal with any more Calvert spies like at the festivals, that's for sure. But stagnant air is all you're gonna get in the city to begin with. You feel anything out of whack, Schwarzer? Not especially if I'm honest. I'm guessing it's a relatively slight difference, ma'am. Yes, it may even be just by imagination. You lived in Heimdallr for a long time. If some feels amiss to you like this, but keep that in mind as we investigate. I'm sorry I can't provide you with any more concrete information. There's one thing I can do, however. I'd like to introduce you to some dependable to aid your investigation. Oh? Well, I say introduce, but you in particular know her very well. She should be here any moment now. Ah, there we are.
May I come in?
Elise?
I think I know who that is.
I suspected as much.
By all means.
Elise Schwarzer.
Elise.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all again. The same to you.
So she's our little helper, huh?
Indeed. Sister to Rean, friend to Princess Alphen, and head of St. Astraya's student council. The noble Elise Schwarzer herself.
That's so noble.
The princess and Muse have already apprised me of the situation. So I spoke with Lady Aurier and volunteered to aid you upon your arrival. I apologize if my behavior strikes you as meddlesome, but I am certain that I will be able to aid you in your investigation. You do know more about the capital than any of us.
You're not coming, and that's final.
But
Out comes the big brother.
Brother. Scheiße.
There's still far too much we don't know about the situation here. Given that our enemies pilfered the name of the Imperial Liberation Front, we could very well be dealing with terrorists. Involving a civilian in this would be downright irresponsible.
so I'm just a civilian, am I?
Uh-oh.
Just a no-good student without a motive power to her name?
That's not what I'm trying to...
Oh, I think it is. But even leaving that aside, your blunt dismissal misses an important point.
And what point is that?
That the situation at hand doesn't relate to me, when I am Princess Alphen's dearest friend.
But that is that, and this is... this.
As we speak, she is racked with worry over her brother's well-being. Yet, as the matter is confidential, she has to feign a smile and act as though everything is normal. She cannot cast her responsibilities aside and aid in the search herself either. And because she cannot, I will do so in her place. If I just sit by idly while she suffers in silence and do nothing to alleviate her burden, I won't be fit to call myself her friend ever again.
Game over, Schwarzer.
Elise.
Looks like you lose this one, Schwarzer.
You realize both of them are Schwarzer in this context.
If I may, I think you would do well to put your trust in her here. Her skill with a rapier is formidable.
That may be so, but...
I have toiled long and hard to master the art of fencing passed down through our family. Of late, I have even grown under Lady Aurier's tutelage. And far from letting my pen rest while my sword hand improves, I have overcome many a challenge as student council president. I am no longer a cowering child in need of your protection, dear brother.
All right. Ash called this one right. You win.
Then...
We'll be glad to have your assistance. But if things get dangerous, I want you to do as I say. Deal?
Deal!
Rean probiert es immer wieder, aber er hat eigentlich schon vor Anfang an immer verloren.
I wish you all well in your investigation. Please, do be careful. Should I catch wind of anything new here, I'll let you know immediately.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Ich würde sie gern mal so richtig hart kämpfen sehen, ey.
Then let us set off. I will do my best not to overextend myself and leave you all to carry the burden. But please, if you are truly in need, I hope you won't hesitate to tell me. For even I possess a strength that you can lean on.
Thanks. It's good to know you've got my back.
And the feeling is mutual.
Take care out there, everyone. And look into what is causing disturbance from my end. Do you what can support your brother and his friend in the meantime? At least, alright? But of course. Es ist schon irgendwie geil, dass alles so smooth ausschaut. Ich weiß, die Grafik ist nicht geil. Das ist halt 0815 Grafik, Alter. Die musst du halt in jedem anderen Spiel auch hast. Hier geht es halt natürlich um die Story und Worldbuilding und bla bla bla. Aber es ist schon irgendwie cool, wenn alles so in coolen Texturen ist. Selbst wenn die Grafik nicht geil ist. Aber Grafik ist nicht alles. Achso, sie hat zugemacht, denke ich schon. Was macht sie denn jetzt? Hat fast wie ein Bug ausgeschaut oder so. Let's see what to do next. We have to meet up with the rest of our friends who've come to the capital. There's still plenty of time before our scheduled gathering. Yeah, no point in rushing then. Shall we patrol the district and gather some internet? That way we can meet with the others along the way. Given your familiarity with the areas, it certainly sounds like the most efficient plan. That reminds me, apparently the real nerd we're supposed to meet up with is from here. Right, Elliot hasn't been on tour, so he's been working in the city. Marcus is from the capital too. Schrotflinten boy. Marcus, Elisa, Tova and Sharon. I hope they're doing alright. I'm sure they are. For now, let's focus on what we can do. You're right, Rean. Lucien Art Café. Oh, ist das eine Nee. Myria doch. Going for an exam like it was only scheduled on the Solid bus. Was für Ding? Professor Karten. Ich glaube, ich kenne sie auf jeden Fall irgendwoher. Aber ich glaube, es gibt auch mehrere, die so ausschauen wie sie. Das ist manchmal ein Problem. Manche NPCs haben spezielle Namen, manche sind halt einfach nur so da. Revealed & Co. War da mal. Oder Revealed. Ja, ich wollte gerade sagen, Elliot hat seine Mische Music Box. Alter, ich hab mir die bloß 10.000? Warum haben die anderen 50.000? Schweine, alles miteinander. Geldgierige Schweine. Da ist doch ein Elliot sei zu Hause, oder? Wer zur Hölle seid denn ihr zwei? Ah, ja. Lieutenant Theresia, ja, die kennen wir, aber gegen die haben wir doch mal kämpfen müssen, ne? Rean in Class 7, and this would be your younger sister, right? Hi, Ron, I never thought you would be dropping in like this. So you barged in, it's good to see you again, Emily. You too, Theresia. Hello, my name is NIS Schwarzer, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Remember correctly, you both serve in the Imperial Air Force, yes? Are you here because of the incident in Crossbell? Good guess, but not quite. We're being transferred to the Joint Staff Officer recommendation from Supreme Commander Van Dyke. You are? That's great news, timing-wise. That something tells me there's more to the story than that. Well, I leave it to Rean to be as sharp as a tack. Something smells fishy and it ain't the Lakers aqueduct. I'd love to tell you what we know honest, but it's still being treated us with top secrecy even within the military. Compare notes with you when the time comes though. Good enough for me, I look forward to it. By the way, yeah, I'm pretty worried about what's happening in Crossbell. I know Melissa is probably okay, but the fact we haven't heard from her doesn't make it easy. I miss you, we're in the dark thanks to the intelligence that wasn't being scaled back. So frustrating, all we can do is believe that she's somewhere safe right now and is okay. That's how I felt too. Friends we have there will be never lose hope, no matter how grim the odds are. I can't imagine the old Class 7 being faced now of all times. You're right, there's no point in wringing our hand. So right now, let's just do what we can from here now. That's right, there may be tough times ahead, so look after yourself and don't push too hard. Okay, dann ist es doch nicht von denen, ne? Na gut, hier ist eh keiner. Nee, die haben weiter unten gewohnt. Lake Lord und kommt. Ah, das ist die Lake Lord Company, die Fischerei. Oder der Fischclub.
Should we check the Imperial Museum while we're here?
Wouldn't hurt to poke our noses inside. My old upperclassmen might even be on shift.
Die mit der Brille, glaube ich, ne? Here we are, the Imperial Museum. There don't seem to be many visitors today. Ja, genau,
If it isn't Rean. Haven't seen you around here since the branch campus's field exercises.
Ja, sie, glaube ich, schreibt doch auch diese komischen Geschichten, ne?
Hey, Dorothy. Good to see you. How's work been treating you?
Pretty good, all things considered. Actually, my publisher's been pushing me to become a full-time author after how well my latest novel sold. But I like my work as a curator too, so I don't think I'm ready to quit just yet.
That's great. Always nice to have options.
And there's the other reason I don't want to go into writing full time and probably become a total shut-in and miss out on this. I think the best way to seek inspiration is observing daily life, people watching, so to speak. Why, as I was on my way home from work the other day, I spotted a budging flower at the nearby cafe that caught my eye. My mind went wild imagining the experience that could end the precarious final days of his use. I can't keep doing this. My nose is going to bleed all over my blouse again at this rate. No wonder why Her Highness sees you as a kindred spirit. Oh, and it's good to see you again, Ash. Been wanting to give you an update about the joint publication between our old literature club and yours. All that's left together is a collection of poems by none other than yourself. Tatiana and I haven't given up on hope that you'll submit them yet. Lay off, will ya? I told you I'll do it if I feel like it. It's only a matter of time before he gives in. No doubt. So what brings you all to the capital today? Does it have something to do with that Aben Defense Force groups that occupied Crossbell? Doesn't seem like she's hearing anything about Prince Oliver and Lady Shara. Yeah, something like that. By the way, is it just me or are there fewer visitors there than normal? You noticed? Actually, the museum put a restriction on the number of visitors allowed to one's raid assembly. Came up that as concern. Concern? What do you mean? Remember, the museum is connected to the tunnel that leads to Heimdallr catacombs, right? We've been hearing what sounds like voices coming from that direction lately. It's kind of scary. I wouldn't imagine. Do you think it could be monsters? Maybe, but if anything it sounds more like a ghost, something completely unnatural. Dusted off my old Orbal stuff to take a look down there, but I didn't come across any signs of monster. A ghost, eh? You expect us to believe that bullshit? Might remind you that we experienced monsters and magic nights down here already. Not to mention that it was a spot the Dark Dragon's nest appeared before the Great Twilight. Something abnormal happening again isn't out of the question. Come to think of it, Instructor Sarah told us she dropped by here a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't here at the time, but the head curator told me as much. There apparently was a break-in, so she came to investigate. I don't think it's anything to do with the noise we've been hearing, though. Boy, I would care to keep it in mind. We should begin our investigation soon. Did put a formal request in with the guild already, but I guess they were swamped with other things right now, so they said it'll be in a while before they can get around to it. That's a shame, but it's not surprised that they would be busy. Right, but we can't afford to just let the situation go unchecked. Wouldn't mind if you look into the Dorothy? Not at all, we would really appreciate it. Man, it's going to be a pain in the ass, but I guess it's better than letting this place get done by a poltergeist or something. Well, the cause is paranormal or not, I think this will be worth of our time. I agree, it's a possibility that we could discover something that pertains to our current investigation. In that case, you should take this. Museum key. I was there to the left of the main exhibit. Thank you, will be. Unlock the door in the basement? Unlock. Ey, cool, dass wir die Mission so finden. Das ist scheinbar Monster hier, aber mehr auch, ne? My word. Really accurate into 4 eyes. Didn't she say they couldn't find any monsters? Just means the situation had gotten worse since stories checked. And I don't think these are your average kind of monsters. I've seen this type of creature in the past. An evil fairy, undoubtedly a type of a demon. Not exactly then. Don't know if it's because of them, but I feel a chill on my skin. Just speak to how powerful the spiritual presence is here. Don't think the demons are the only reason for this. Let's keep our guards up and take care of these things.
Beginning suppression.
Boah.
Now.
Oh.
It's my turn!
Sure.
I'll fight.
Let's go! Now! It's mine! Fool! Now! It's mine!
Ich glaube, das Arceus Gears Special-Angriff war ein bisschen Overkill.
Nice! That'll...
Common situation resolved. Looks like there are still more. It could be that they just keep coming relentlessly. As strong as ever. Whenever they're a small fry to me. But I suppose your little sis ain't too bad, Schwarzer. Beautiful fencing, powerful arts and precise support. Nowhere you learn out of Sinestria. Correct, I belong to no club either. My case of repair skills father taught me serve as the basis of my fighting technique. And when I was younger, Rean tutored me as well. I see you said as much as a dojo earlier, but you grew up in the perfect environment. You took lessons from Master Kai 5 with me before, and then on top of that she's been trained by the Storm Watcher too. Honestly, you could describe Elise style as entirely unique to her. Ah, please you exaggerate. Damn, you ain't Schwarzer's little sis for nothing. Is this the voice Doris you mentioned? It's coming from deeper within. Nicht noch ein Magic Knight. Ein Lich? Different from before, is this an apparition? Just saw something resembling pleroma grass for a second. It's immense, this thing completely different than what we fought so far. Hostile spiritual being, it's my first time seeing one like this. Like deep-seated grudge of a sorcerer from the Dark Ages that manifests. Either way, it's clear this is the source of the problems. We just gotta whoop his ass easy. Class 7 impress as always. Must be careful not to roll you all back. We've got 4 on our side, it's the absolute bare minimum. The enemy doesn't plan on leaving. If we want to be absolutely sure we can't beat it, we should probably fight it with everyone together. Das machen wir dann das nächste Mal. Ich bedanke mich an der Stelle wohl fürs Zuschauen. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen wieder das nächste Mal zu Trace of Into Reverie. Ich kann mir nicht daran gewöhnen, dass da Into Reverie steht, anstatt Trace of Reverie oder so. Summary. Bin gespannt, wie stark er ist. Aber die Altina ist schon fast wieder auf Ding oben, ne? Also dann, macht's gut und Servus.